What's up? This is BoxingWave. Today I'm going to speak on Deontay Wilder, whether or not I think he's the future of the sport, like everyone's proclaiming. Real quick, just want to say, like, I've been watching Deontay Wilder fight for at least a year and a half, 2 years now. I saw him fight one time, and I turned into a fan instantly. You know, I saw him knock out some guy, and right away I rushed to YouTube and started, like, looking up all his fights. And at the time, Deontay Wilder was like maybe 21-0, 22-0, 22 knockouts. So right away, just like everyone else, went online, went on YouTube, started watching a bunch of fights, and I was like, wow, this guy, this guy gives me that Tyson feel. Like, I haven't seen nobody fight like this since Mike Tyson, So I was excited, and I turned into a fan right there, So, as time goes on, he's fighting other guys, knocking other guys out, and he's still undefeated, and all his wins are by KO before the 5th round. So, as time goes on, I'm like, damn, when is he gonna really fight somebody? And then when I say somebody, I mean like somebody with a name at least. Not even like I'm not saying he gotta fight Klitschko or any current heavyweight champion. He don't need to fight Stavern or anything like that. But when is he gonna at least fight a has-been or something? Somebody with a name, somebody that's done something or has a nice resume. And as time went on, now we're in October of 2013, and he's still fighting nobodies. So just this past weekend, there was the Bernard Hopkins Murat card, and he fights under that card on Showtime. And when I first heard about the fight, I was like, he just beat somebody up a couple months ago. And I'm like, I'm not hyped about the fight like that, like everyone else is. And I'm watching the fight, and I see this guy's record. Deontay Wilder's 29 wins, 29 knockouts, no losses. And I see him fighting this guy called Nicolai Firtha. Never heard of this guy before. I'm sure anybody that's been watching this fight never heard of him before. So I'm like, this guy has 21 wins, 10 losses, 8 knockouts. So on your 30th fight, right? Your 30th fight, you knocked out every single person you fought. And the guy they give you has 21 wins, 10 losses, and only 8 knockouts. Like, all right, I understand you got power. I understand, like, you're knocking everyone out. But when are you going to fight? When you going to step up and fight somebody for real? I mean, just look at the fight. Does Deontay Wilder look serious at all? Does he look like this guy he's fighting pose any threat to him? No, you could look at his record and see that he doesn't pose any threat. He's showing to the weigh-in, eating ice cream on a scale. I mean, that's cool and funny. It would be fun. It would be funny if you was fighting somebody that's for real and you're eating ice cream on a scale. But you can't, raise your hand in victory and do all this talking about how you bring the heavyweight division back if you're just fighting bums. A Nicolai Firtha? Who is Nicolai Firtha? Come on. So I'm watching a fight. Now, I've been seeing Deontay Wilder fight a lot since, just like I told you. And I haven't seen any kind of progression. Deontay Wilder has a lot of power. He has a good jab. He has a decent jab. I don't even say it was good. It's good because of the opponents he's fighting. He's not fighting anyone that has a good jab. So he's able to look like he has a jab, against bums. So I'm looking at Deontay Wilder and I see no progression. He's still very slow. He has little to no foot movement. He has no form or technique in his punches. He's always unbalanced when he throws his punches outside his jab. Outside of his jab, anytime he's throwing haymakers, that's all he throws. He puts all of his force into every punch that he throws. And he looks sloppy doing it. But he's counting on knocking out whoever he fights anytime he throws a punch. So he's always losing his balance, leaning into his opponents and leaning into the ropes. Just watch the fight. Watch the last fight with Firtha. Look at him. He's sloppy. It's like watching one of those World Star Hip Hop compilations. You know what I'm saying? Now I didn't make this video to straight bash him. But I'm just being real. I'm trying to be realistic here. Now, I get it. The excitement. I understand. We haven't had an American boxer come in and knock out a whole bunch of people since Mike Tyson. And I'm excited. I was excited when I saw Deontay Wilder last year. But now we're going into 2014 and he's still fighting Nicolai Firtha. Come on. Let's be real. You know, like, I'm excited too. I want the heavyweight division to come back to the U.S. I'm tired of the Klitschko's taking over. And people sitting here saying, you know, ever since Lennox Lewis left. Lennox Lewis is from England. He's not from America. He's not an American boxer. So we really haven't had anyone dominate the heavyweight division in years. Years. It's been a very long time since we've seen U.S. champs like that really dominated the heavyweight division. Okay? So I'm excited. I'm just as hyped. Just like Seth Mitchell. See Seth Mitchell, right? Now, the only thing is, I wasn't fooled by him. The athletic ex-football player, I wasn't excited about him. Michigan, I think he went to Michigan State. Like, I already knew that this guy was a joke. And as soon as he fought someone with a name, Chaz Witherspoon, he got hurt. And I saw that, you know what? Next fight he gets in, he's going to get knocked out. They put him against Jonathan Banks. Look what happened. Gets knocked out. So I knew I knew the Seth Mitchell thing wasn't going to last. You know, they're trying to find an American fighter and build him up to be the next thing to take back heavyweight division. I get it. They're doing the same thing with this guy. But he's not the one. And if he is, at least prove it by beating some notable fighters. Prove to us that you really are the real deal. You're just not knocking out. Because anybody can do what he's doing. If you put someone with half as talent as some of the champions in any division, any weight division, you put them against nothing but a bunch of ESPN, Fox Sports 1 fighters. Not even. These guys are not even that. They would do the same thing. Knock every single one of them out. So, you know, I'm not into the hype yet. Not trying to bash him. I think he has a lot of room for improvement. And I'm not seeing any progression because he's not fighting better competition. Nicolai Firtha is not. You see him at the end of the post-fight interview. Oh, Nicolai Firtha is a tough dude. He came at me. He did come at you. All right, that's the only thing he did was prove that he's not afraid of you. But he posed no threat to you. Okay, you didn't need to watch. You didn't need to watch out for him. He had no power. He landed some shots and wasn't able to put you down because he has no power. All right. So, you know, I'm not trying to knock him, but when are we gonna see a real fight? That's all I'm saying. Right now, you're showing me that you just another Michael Grant. Remember Michael Grant? Fought Lennox Lewis. Tall guy. I don't remember how tall he was, but he was tall like Deontay Wilder is. He was like 6'8". He's knocking everybody out. You know, and then they promoted a fight against Lennox Lewis, Twin Towers. Tall guy. Versus taller guy, Michael Grant, Twin Towers. Heavyweights collide. I remember watching that. I was like in junior high school, I remember watching that fight. Lennox Lewis put him away like first, second round. So all I'm saying is, I've seen the story happen too many times. Okay? Let's see if this guy's a real deal first. Basing it off who he actually beats. Not putting him against a bunch of bums and then getting all hyped about that. Oh, this guy's a heavyweight. He's bringing it back. That's what he says. He says this is the first post-fight interview that I've seen him show a little bit more personality. He's in there talking. He's feeling good. I mean, it's good to see that. But who did you just beat? Can anyone name the guy he just beat? No. To the casual fan, yeah, not even the real boxing experts. I've seen them saying, "Oh, this guy's gonna bring it back." Being a little biased. We all want somebody. I mean, he's exciting to fight. Watch fight. But come on, I'm not even saying Klitschko. Put him in the ring with Chris Arreola. I think Arreola would knock him out. Arreola has a good chin. He has power. He has more boxing skills than this guy, and I think Arreola would knock him out. I mean, I think he's better. I think Deontay Wilder's better than Seth Mitchell. But he gets in there with Arreola. That's going to be it for this guy. Unless he improves. But training is not going to just make you better. It's based on your competition. You learn from different guys who fight, different styles. So he doesn't just need more training. He needs better competition. He needs someone that's going to challenge him to make him fear getting hit. He hasn't had that yet. All right? So that's how I feel about him. I just want to see more. That's all. That's all I'm asking. I want to see an improvement. And as great as it is to see a guy from America knock a lot of people out, everyone they're fighting out, that's cool, but it gets boring quick, just like anything else. And the people that's just finding out about him, you're gonna get bored and tired of it too. So leave comments, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to USA MVP as well. And if you want to talk to me, follow me on Twitter at wavy_10. Wavy_10 is my Twitter account. All right.